Hello everyone, this is Jeffrey Rakesh again, your executive and business coach. And today I want to talk to you about why sales objections is becoming obsolete and what is the new trend. How do you become effective in sales in managing those objections? In fact, there is no more managing or overcoming objections, it is blocking objections. What do I mean by blocking objections? As a part of the sales team or as an entire sales team in an organization, by now you would have several objections that you would have faced from different customers. So that becomes a rich knowledge of what are the possible objections that your customers could come out with. Now, if you classify this, you might have about 15 or 20 objections, but if you classify this, if you bucketize these objections, it'll broadly fall into 3 or maximum 5 objections. So what do you do with these objections? Take these objections, for example, most commonly found objection is your price is too high, and that is handled by saying it's with reference to what, right? That's become an old style of sales. So when you know that the possibility of a customer asking or bringing up this objection, maybe in a room when you're presenting and saying that your price is too high, then if there is a high possibility of your customer doing this, it's better to block the objection even before the customer raises it. For example, when you are making this presentation to a team, right? It could be a part of your clients and there are multiple people sitting across, and one person suddenly shouts and says, "Your price is too high." Now, what you've done is you've not only diverted from your presentation, but the attention of all the other people in the room has gone towards that question, and their thinking has moved towards that direction, that your price is too high. So what do you do to manage or to block this objection right during your presentation? So during your presentation, you can make statements. When you talk about your clients or your client list, you can always say, some of my customers or some of my prospects think we are very expensive when they look at my customer base. But let me tell you, we are not. And follow it with a proof. Now, how do you follow it with a proof? You say, we have time and again proven this to all our clients by doing a ROI, by showing them a return on investment in how, when you look at this against a total cost of ownership over a period of time, our product is not as expensive as they perceive it to be. And remember friends, perceive is a very important word here. Is it the perception that they have that your price is too high, or are you really too highly priced in the market? That's a question I leave to answer for yourself. If I pick up another example, maybe somebody says, "Oh, your product is too technical, your product is too difficult to handle." This could be an objection. Now, during your presentation itself, what do? You bring this objection up and say, looking at the features that my product offers, looking at the ease of what my product is doing, a lot of customers come back to me and ask that if we need really highly qualified technical resources to run this platform or your product. And you say, no. And just by saying no doesn't help. What you do is you demonstrate. Demonstrate to your prospect right then and there about how easy it is to navigate through your platform, and then put a question across. What is the question? Once you've completed your demo, you put a question and say, "Hey Mr. Customer, what do you think now? Do you think with a little bit of training and our support with you, you would be able to manage this platform by yourself without having too much of technical dependence?" Wait for the answer, which is a yes. Pick up another objection where people might come back to you and say, how do you charge for your services? Your services must be pretty high. Again, this is a pretty common objection that comes, especially when you are in technology related sales or even products. You handle this objection during your presentation itself by saying, this is how I price my product, this is how I position my product, and this is how we serve our customers for a period of time, and for this there is a small portion of the entire product cost that we charge. And that charge includes all these things. It might include continuous upgrades to the product, it might include continuous security updates and patches and whatnot, right? All of these manages the objection and block this objection right during your presentation. If you are a SaaS-based platform, people might come back and say, hey, listen, you are somewhere on the cloud and we are not comfortable using services from the cloud. what we are comfortable is an on-prem solution. Could be an objection when you talk specifically to the BFSI sectors, and slowly the trend is moving away. Today we see BFSI customers also very happy to adapt a cloud technology platform. So if you know that this could be an objection that can come up, raise it by yourself. By raising these objections yourself and answering it then and there, you are bringing the customer to a mindset where he says, hey, this person understands me. He knows what my problems are. He thinks in the same direction of what I've been thinking. So handle that objection. Objections could, be different for different people, but like I said earlier, it will broadly fall into 3 or 5 categories. Put up these 3 or 5 categories and start answering them during your presentation. So that leaves the customer with very minimal questions. The advantage that you would have in your customer has minimum questions is the blocking or the resistance that they had in their mind is already cleared. Always remember, people sitting there have a need, but they pretend as if they don't need your product or a solution. And they will do everything that it takes to block and to resist. So when you are going through this blocking and resisting, by putting these objections within your presentation, by bringing these objections yourself and answering them, you are bringing a sense of confidence in your customer, and that's going to turn the entire dynamics of your sale. So with this, I take leave from you. Please do like the video if you've liked it, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and stay tuned for more videos on this channel. Thank you.